thank our sponsor, Sotheby's Atlanta Fine Homes, for allowing us to watch these great 80s films the past month. And we're actually ending this series next Thursday, get ready, with Grease 2. A sing-along. Come on. Hey! That was not a big enough woo! That's what I'm looking for. Thank you. So the reason they chose me is because I am totally an 80s girl, for sure. I mean, back then, everything was better, right? We had better movies, we had better music, the fashion, and it's coming back in style. I'm not quite sure who the crazy ones are, right? I'm such a big 80s fan that I still have, my favorite band is still Bon Jovi. Woo! These are my people! I love it, thank you. I am such a big Bon Jovi fan that my nephew says I'm not Jewish, I'm Bon Jovish. My sister is literally always, okay, so I've never loved anyone as long as you love Bon Jovi. And I looked at her husband, I was like, your time's running out, dude. Getting older definitely sucks. Back in the day, in the 80s, when I was in my 20s, just told my age. When I was in my 20s, women of a certain age used to try and tell me what I'd have to look forward to, right? Did you guys get all these advice? So it was like, oh, you get to a certain age, and all of a sudden you can hold a pencil under your boobs. I'm like, no. My boobs are up here, we're all good. Nowadays, I am that woman of a certain age. I can hold an entire Encyclopedia Britannica under my boobs. Thank you. Then they told me that when you sneeze at a certain age, after you have kids especially, you pee. And I was like, okay, so I'll solve that problem by not having kids. But evidently, your nose is still connected to your bladder after a certain age. Did not work out. So I went and had a physical, and those doctors are so rude. My doctor asked me what my real age was. And I was like, isn't that against HIPAA rules or something? But let me tell you, ladies, the problem with most women is they sit there and they lie about their age and they go, I'm 29. And I'm looking at them going, really? Because you're pretty road hard and hung up what to drive for 29. So let me tell you how I do it. When I walk into a room, I'm like, I am 71 years old. Don't I look great for my age? Thank you. That's the trick. Lie up, don't lie down. Literally, don't lie down. Well, careful who you lie down with. So I thought I'd go ahead and try to make myself feel a little bit younger. I went to a concert. Thinking a little bit of dancing, some live music, all would be great. 20 minutes into it, I am shoving cotton balls into my ears. It's like, am I getting old? Well, no, it was Britney Spears up on stage, and I just didn't want to hear it anymore. Oh! Got some Britney fans in the audience. So I always hear people say that if you have kids, they keep you feeling younger. I so don't agree with that. I have a niece who's 9 years old, and whenever I'm at her house and she's teaching me how to use my stupid phone, I'm like, yeah, no, now I feel old. But there are definitely some good things about getting older. I will tell you, ladies, back in my 20s, every time my period was 2 weeks late, I'd be panicking. You guys remember that panic, right? Yeah. Nowadays, when my period's late, I'm like, oh, it's my menopause! Come on in, have a seat, join me. Would you like some iced tea? It's a bit hot in here. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. You ladies out there, if you are married, I urge you to stay married. I am still single. And I'm dating. You know, I was thinking about this earlier today on one of my many dating apps. It says on there that I am an avid Royals fan. I meant the Queen Elizabeth. I didn't mean the Kansas City Royals. is, right? And since the men are reading it, they're like, oh, Kansas City Royals. No. But there's all kinds of men out there, and they are aplenty. I love that one man who, when you go to dinner at the age of 50, he's got food all over his face. And I'm like, did you not learn where your mouth is? And did you not learn how to use a napkin? But my favorite, now that I am of that certain age, the sugar babies. So I'm looking at him and I'm like, well, you look good, and I guarantee you everything works really well in there. But there is not enough time on this earth to teach you what you need to know to please me. See? You guys know what I'm talking about. So back in May, I lost my job. I wanted to hear that collective awe. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. But I decided that instead of trying to find a new job, I was going to be one of those ladies who lunch. I was like, I've heard about these. Back in my 20s, there were lots of women of a certain age that ladies who lunch. The only problem is I can only lunch on bologna sandwiches at this point. So you guys, let's go